day to you wherever you are in the world. This is day number 18 for me, my showing up to level up challenge. I'm so excited for myself. I didn't even, honestly, I did not know that I would make it to day 18. I didn't know what it was going to be. I just know what I desired. But at the end of the day, showing up every day to do something repeatedly, especially coming on to a YouTube channel and talking about whatever it is that's moving your heart. But that's what I've been doing. So, yay for me! Welcome to the challenge. If this is your first time here at the Fear to Freedom Project, welcome. I am Deborah. I am the host of this incredible channel. And if you're a returning champion, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you so desire. And if not, you can just watch me. That is fine. Hello, hello. I am so glad you're here today. You know what I wanted to talk about today? What came up, of course, if you saw yesterday, I'm just so excited about my evolution, about me showing up for myself, learning how thoughts change or turns to things. And I've been reading From Imagination to Reality, and I mean, this book just resonates with me, and I am just all about making my container grow. I'm all about living in the end, seeing my wish already fulfilled. That's what this book is about. And the teachings of this book go back to the 19th century. So I really am happy that I have come across this body of work, and also working with the author is just amazing. It's something actually that I dreamt of. I just I didn't really know if it was going to be true. I just knew that whenever I came across her body of work, about it must have been about 3 or 4 years ago, I thought to myself, geez, I knew I wasn't ready at that time to work with Abiola because I did not believe I was a goddess. And she is the goddess queen. She's the mother of goddessness. And so I didn't believe that. I didn't believe in that for myself, but I see that for me. I know who I am today. And when we were up on the mountain, there were 4 archetypes that we had to embody and that we could embody. Nothing is forced. And sorceress is one, putting your magic into the world. Whatever your magic, whatever your medicine is, it's embodying the divine sorceress in you. And so if you are, let's say, good with elderly people and caring for elderly people, that's your medicine, that's your magic. So it's like be in your sorceress, uh, divine sorceress energy. And then there was the queen energy and embodying that of a queen, being regal, walking with your head up, knowing who you are, knowing that you are the divine queen that has been made, that is evolving, that you're the queendom of your family, probably in your career, in your personal and social life. You're just the queen of your own throne. So embodying that energy is like, to me, knowing who you are, being very confident in who you are, and walking with grace and assurity. And then there was the warrior, the warrior, that archetype, that energy. And that's the energy that I'm pretty much have been comfortable with. That is the protective nature, the one that wants to protect others and fight for the cause of others and fight for the cause of the downtrodden, the voiceless. And that's me. I embody that archetype. So, but I want to embody more of my sorceress putting my magic out there in the world. Yeah. And also, the last archetype is the lover in you. Are you embodying that energy of being the lover, not of anyone else except yourself? Loving you, being the lover of yourself, loving on your goodness, giving all of you, all of the loving, yummy goodness that you give to others. We are so kind to people and we want to help people all the time. We want to extend ourselves. We want to be there for someone else. And if we don't, we beat up on ourselves if we can't be there for someone else. You just sitting with your hand over your heart and sending the love that you possess, you are love, and sending that love out to the world and to whoever it is that you want to, that is great. That is support. You are being there for someone. You need to be there for yourself. Yeah, let's be there for ourselves. Let's love on ourselves. Self love is the greatest love of all. It is. When you love yourself, you're good to yourself. You are loving on the divine mother God that is you, that is a part of you. Yes, you're saying to source that you made the greatest decision in making me. You are telling source that you did it. Yes, you're saying great job. You did an amazing job. So, yeah, I wanted to just say a little bit about thoughts and beliefs and action, TBA. It's like, a couple years ago, it's like I was getting information about you need to think about what you're thinking. And because those thoughts that you have about yourself, about the world, they turn into your beliefs. And if you believe that this world is big, mean, and scary, then that is exactly what you will see, the big, mean, and scary things about this world. Because guess what? It is those things. There are some scary things that are happening in this world, things that we can't explain. However, there is so much beauty. There is so much yumminess in this world, and I just choose to think about what I'm thinking today. I choose to be in control of it, not to allow the thoughts that I have that are, I would consider, maladaptive. If I am not thinking about love, then it must be coming from fear. So, yes, I begin to think about what I'm thinking because then that is going to be my belief. And then those beliefs actually tell the universe what it is that you want. So like Neville Goddard, I was listening to Neville Goddard. God knows, I'm just gonna listen every day. It what he's saying, it resonates inside of my bones, inside of my DNA, and like I get it. And so he said, the universe is not gonna give you what you want. The universe is gonna give you what you are. Is that not significant? What you are. And so what you think and what you believe, that's what you are. That's what you become. So it's important for me to think about what I'm thinking and change my thinkings, my thinking, which would change my beliefs. And sometimes I get a little discouraged, but I'm not. I'm moving from discouragement to, because I know that it's done. If what they're saying is true, and I'm a reader, so I've been reading information. This information is repeating itself through centuries. So I believe it. I feel it. I know it. My angel guides, my spirit guides, my ancestors, they are actually cheering me on and communicating with me. And those synchronicities are showing up to say, yes, this is true, right? So it's not something that I'm making up. So don't look at me. I did not make this up, right? This is the law. This is the rule. This is the universal laws. I didn't make them up. I'm just following them and making them a part of who I am. Yeah. And so it's a couple things I have to put on my glasses. So we were talking about the power of assumption, assuming that something is already so. And what resonated with me is actually um, incorporating your assumptions into your daily life, right? So, like, I got up again this morning and I started doing like this, right? At first, I did it because I got up to start my routine. I'm still happy, but then I felt like, wait a minute, this is what it feels like in order to be debt free, in order to have like a large container. And I started to shift, like something shifts in your body and inside of you when you say, oh my gosh, this is what it feels like. You're living already in the end of what it is. So you're walking, you're talking in a way that you already have all the things that you desire. Like it's already done. And so it changed the way I was doing my routine. I kind of, my shoulders went back. I started shimmying, like Esty said, to shimmy. And I started to just kind of move like, yes, this feels good. This is me incorporating facts and truth into my daily routine and just walking as if that is already so and thinking about all of what I can give to someone else. Like serving humanity is huge for me. It just is. I just think about the people that are voiceless and that are not in the same space that we are, and or if that you are or me, and people that are vulnerable. It's always going to be vulnerable people, poor people in the world. It is. And so that gives us a chance to like just always be in service mode. And I'm not just talking about giving someone money on the street that you see that's out, have a cup and they need some money. I'm not talking about that, though that is beautiful as well. But even if you ride past them and don't give them any money, it's okay. You know what I learned? That we're all on our own journeys. And so when you see someone that is on the street, it could be something that they are finishing up and clearing up from their past lifetime. So we don't know what that person has done in another lifetime. So to assume that they are so downtrodden and that they need our help and that we have to step in and do this. I'm not talking about being a martyr. I'm not talking about embracing that energy, but just the energy of compassion and love and overflow and service. That's what I'm talking about. So, yes, I don't want to take up a lot of time today, but this is very important. So, I'm going to be incorporating my assumption into my daily life, my daily living, and practice persistence and consistency. So, a part of this challenge, showing up for myself every day, is practicing persistence and consistency. Actually, that's what it's building in me. And because yeah, this is a lot, and all of like the editing and posting, and I'm just doing it as I do it. There is no really rhyme or reason to it. Well, it's a reason, but I don't know if it's rhyming, but it's vibing with me, and so that's what I'm rolling with. The other thing is that resonated in this book is, why does the law fail sometimes? So you are being consistent and you're being persistent and you are doing all the things, at least you think you are, it for me. And I'm like, I'm always like talking to God, like, what you doing down here? What can we do? What can we do different? How are you doing it? Why is it this way? Yes, I am always doing that. But why the law seems like it fails sometime is, there are lots of reasons that she put here, but the first one is, do you really believe in your goal? Do you really have a belief of what you're saying? And I already told you, I'm keeping it 100. I told you I was saying things because That's exactly what everyone was saying around me that was in my circle. And so, of course, you again, you pick up the beliefs, the habits and the thoughts of the energy of the collective. And so, I wasn't believing it. A little bit, but not really. Now it's like I know, it's like past belief. Like I know this is true. I know uh, that what I believe is true. So it's kind of like moving from a believing state to I just know darn well that's true. It's just it's no way that it can be untrue. So I like that part. And then holding conflicting beliefs. This is me. This is me, child. I am telling you right now. So deep down inside, I just believed something different. And that's the reason why I am pulling all of this outside of myself because it's just been buried. It has been so buried. And I have just been thinking about, serving other people and helping other people to dig deep inside of themselves. And so, yeah, that's like the wounded healer. And yeah, that would be that would be me. That would be who I would have considered myself to be, a wounded healer. But I'm healing my wounds. I'm dealing with them. And so I'm not wounded anymore. I'm dealing with the wounds. Another one is to are you being impatient or doubtful? Mm-hmm. I would. I'm like, especially if it didn't show up when like I wanted it. I'm like, none of this is working. This doesn't work. And I am back to the lab, going back to God saying, listen, it's not working. And so I'm not having any patience about that. So if these things are coming up for you, if you feel like there are blocks in what you desire coming to fruition and being manifested, just examine your beliefs. Do you have conflicting beliefs? Are you being consistent? Are you being doubtful? Are you making it too complicated? Child, I can complicate some stuff. And so that's I mean all of these things, are you trying too hard? I mean, I can remember when I first like started meditating and I thought that you are supposed to see something. So I'm literally like I could even feel the pressure that I was putting on my pupils to see like what am I going to see? Even when I went into the Akashic records, I'm like, but you just have to relax. Like you just don't see with these eyes. You do not. It is here. I could tell you one thing. When I concentrated on my third eye, that's when my ancestors showed up. That's when money showed up. That's when the consciousness of God, like, well, God spoke to me before in my 30s, but that's when everything, when I concentrated here and when I ground myself, I literally ground and anchor myself, and I can feel the roots going through my floor, through my house, all the way down into the earth. And then I can feel the energy of the earth coming back up to my body. I can feel all of that. And I am like so anchored to the earth in that meditation. I'm so anchored that I couldn't move. Nothing could knock me over. Yeah, that's what happens in meditation. So now I am not looking through these eyes. I am using my third eye. I'm not even looking. I'm just allowing the messages to come through in the symbols I have to focus on this because I'm been so black and white. Yeah, if it's not written, if it's not in a book, if it's not one, two, three, four, five, if it's not lining up linearly, then I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I am learning. I am in the lab, y'all. I don't know if y'all are in the lab, but I am in the lab. You hear me? I am being taught how to change my thoughts, which will then change my beliefs, which will then change my actions. Thoughts turn to things. Who knew? I know now. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. I did. I am enjoying showing up for myself. So, yes, again, this is my day 18 of my showing up to level up challenge. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Fear to Freedom Project. I am my own project. And so I am leveling myself up today through this challenge for myself. And thank you to all of the family that is supporting me. And if you are leveling up, whatever you're doing, whatever you have challenged yourself to do for the first 31 days, the rest of the year, however long you challenge yourself for 10 days, you did it. And if you made it to the 10 days, you did it. I am cheering you on as well. Listen, we are ascending. That is what they say. We are like elevating and raising our consciousness and our awareness. And I am just here to tell you not to be afraid of all of the things, and don't focus on all of the things that's happening in the world. Divert your attention. Take your attention off of that. It is just enough. I used to be so depressed and anxious, and I always thought about suicide a lot because of the things that were going on in the world. And I was just like, I just didn't want to live in this world. Honestly, I did not, because of seeing like the murders and all of the terrorist stuff when I was younger, and just all of the things that happened to people and the way that we treated children and babies and elderly people. As a practicing social worker just coming out of grad school, I was in shock. I did not know that, people were out here like doing that. I didn't. Yeah. So um, that is the way that it is, and it's the way that it's been. And so don't get caught up in that. I'm not going to get caught up in history repeating itself. I want to create a new beginning. Yeah, a new world. Why can't we create a new world? We should not have to die to feel the joy and have all of the peace and the love. No, we can have that here right now on earth through us embodying all of those energies and principles and laws and beliefs about ourselves. Believe that you are so magnificent. Believe that you are loved. Believe that you are never alone. Believe that you don't have to be ashamed of anything. Believe that you don't have to doubt yourself. Believe that there is fear and that you can find out the origin of your fear just by being curious about it and investigating yourself. Believe in you today. I believe in myself today. So thank you. That's my time. And yeah, I'm getting ready to travel. So it's going to get interesting, but I'm going to be back here tomorrow, same place, same time. And thank you so much. Peace and love.